feel that distant presence of all the humans down there that you are overflying.
In December 2006, I got the wonderful opportunity to visit the International Space Station myself, and I took part in the assembly of the International Space Station, and then again in 2009, two missions, STS-116 and 128. And it was absolutely fabulous to be part of doing this, to be part of building this most fabulous construction humans has built. I was happy and lucky to be able to do a few spacewalks and seeing the Earth floating below. In this case was 360 kilometers below, while outside on the space station. That's an absolutely unforgettable experience. We're building this International Space Station to learn how to build and live in space, but also to learn what we need to know to go further in space. And I'm sure ISS will be used many more years as well.
When I was out to do my spacewalk, it was the personal highlight of my astronaut career. The challenge to control my own little spacecraft as the everlasting task in the background. The assigned tasks which had to be completed, regardless of the unexpected. The little to no room for deviation from the optimal, safest way to proceed. The surprise and joy when we flew over Europe with the clearest sight I ever experienced on board or on ground. The unexpected flight path leading us right over my home area Aachen and Cologne. And our mindful pilot Dex, who instructed me to take a minute to look to the ground when we approached Germany. This sight and my feelings were overwhelming. I needed to call me to order and concentrate on my work.
When I birthed the first Dragon to the International Space Station, I realized I was doing something special. Here I was, a Dutch astronaut from a European Space Agency, working with the Canadian robotic arm, docking an American commercial spacecraft to an International Space Station. Beautiful example how all these technologies and countries came together. Also, when I docked the European ATV to the Russian side, working together with my Russian colleague. That is the most important thing for me for the International Space Station. It's built by all kinds of countries that were fighting each other not so long ago in hot and cold wars, and now building on the biggest technological project there is. A beautiful example how you can cooperate. For me, the International Space Station is a beautiful candidate for a Nobel Peace Prize.
And the next very vivid memory, of course, is opening the hatch and floating through, hugging our buddies. That almost unreal experience of flying to space and meeting other human beings who are there to hug you, who actually prepared a warm meal for you, who are going to take care of you in a way in this first few weeks in which you are learning as a new flyer. Yes, there's the enjoyment and the excitement. You're floating, you have superpowers, you can live in 3 dimensions, everything is effortless. But at the same time, you have to get used to controlling your body in weightlessness, controlling all the things that have that tendency of wanting to float away from you. And so your buddies help you out a lot.
One of the privileges that we have while living on orbit is to make the ordinary extraordinary. Even a dinner becomes a chance to go beyond any limitations and any heritage. I remember one dinner where we had my crewmate Jessica Meir of Jewish heritage enjoying Russian and Italian food together with the Russian colleagues, Americans, and Hazza Al-Mansouri, who is the first United Arab Emirates astronaut. There are no limitations to what we can do when we want to do extraordinary things. Maybe the challenge for the next 20 years is let's do extraordinary things also on the ground.
On my second mission, I was there for 6 months, and we are here in a mock-up of the Columbus module, where